Emporium. In the Philippines, I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. And for the people in the US watching this live at the Emporium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. Emporium is a unique US-based, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And Emporium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live Emporium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the Emporium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. Guess what? We're going to Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, not physically me, but we are going to go visit somebody in Las Vegas, Nevada today. And, you know, I'm excited because we're going there. You know why? We're going there because we're trying to create more awareness as well as sales opportunities. And we're trying to expand it in Las Vegas for Philippine-made products, services, and investments. Hello, everyone. My name is Ferdinand Soriano, and I am the co-founder of Emporium, as well as your host, basically your host for this special edition of Live at the Emporium. Now, for those who have never heard of Emporium whatsoever, let me go ahead and briefly describe what that is. It is a US-based, Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its monumental task, I should say, is to create awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And I'm always excited every time we do a special edition when it involves trying to create more of that awareness and collaborating with people. Now, before we get to the meat of the show, so to speak, by the way, for those who've never, again, who don't know what you're watching, the title of the show here at Live at the Emporium is a unique retail experience promoting Philippine-made products in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, speaking of Las Vegas, Nevada, I want to know personally, if you guys are watching us right now, I want to know where you guys are watching. Where are you watching in the Philippines? Just let us know where in the Philippines you're watching. I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat, as well as good evening and good afternoon here in the U.S. In the U.S. Now, if you're watching the Philippines, go ahead and tap it in. Let me know so we know exactly who we're reaching. But if you're also watching us from the U.S., I would love to know if you're just mainly, if most of our viewers are in Southern California, or maybe, you know, throughout the United States, for all I know. I'm just very thankful for the 10 viewers that we just always get. So I'm happy with that. But if it's sort of spreading and people are getting to know what we're all about, that's a bonus for me. At the end of the day, I'm always in, this show always is in need. I will say that, in need of people's feedback and support, because what we're trying to do here is create an ecosystem. We're trying to create collaboration. We're trying to educate, elevate, and empower to be able to create opportunities for Philippine-made products, okay, here in the U.S. market. So with that being said, I'm excited for the guest today, because I've been talking with her since last year, off and on. She has had her own journey about trying to put together a store, which is in existence. I'll let her tell you all about it. Throughout the show, we'll talk about who she is. We'll take a little tour of her store. We'll talk about the huge market opportunities for Philippine-made products, and then lastly, we'll talk about the collaboration between Emporium and Orient Pearl Asian Market, and that's the name of her store. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on my special guest. By the way, I have a special guest around the 6:30 mark, but my main special guest, she has been a proponent of Philippine-made products. Love to share the same idea. She's been associated with numerous companies, establishments in Las Vegas, Nevada. She's been a quality inspector for Global Building Technologies for Resort World Las Vegas. She was an assistant manager for strategic sourcing, FF&E, for MGM Resorts International in Las Vegas. So she's also been associated with a lot of companies like Bellagio, MGM, Mandalay Bay, a lot of things. I'll let her tell you all about it. But here is the owner of Orient Pearl Asian Market. Her name is Anne Clarice Ganadillo. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Sir Ferdy. Good evening.
I can't believe we're finally doing this because you remember you and I have been talking for a while.
Yes, it's been a while. It took a long year, but we are here.
Yeah, I'm excited because, like I was telling everybody, I'm not in Vegas. I wish I was going to Vegas right now. But what's exciting about where you are is a lot of activities going on in Vegas, and we can talk a little bit about that later. But right now, I'm interested in letting the audience know, find out a little bit about who you are as the owner, as well as the amazing person that you are. You've also reached a milestone. You personally, you just recently graduated. I'll let you tell them all about that. But for now, let's get to know who Anne Clarice Ganadillo is all about, and tell us a little bit about how you got to the point where you purchased or you bought Orient Pearl Asian Market. So let's take it from there.
So good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight. My name is Clarice. I'm the owner of along with my husband, who will be joining us later, am the owner of the Orient Pearl Asian Market here in Las Vegas. I'm a wife to Marins Ganadillo. He's right here beside me, and who is the inspiration to many of my homemaking capabilities. And a mother to a 7-year-old son, Clarence, who is at home right now. There are two things I'm passionate about: is the transformational power of hospitality and occupation, just giving people the opportunity to do their best in the craft that they want to do. I spent over 16 years in the hospitality industry, ranging from various roles. But the most recent one was in strategic sourcing. So I do have a lot of background with working with vendors, business owners, and such. Um, I've Working in the hospitality industry just really gained me the ability to learn what I really love to do, which is serving others and facilitating a space for everyone to thrive. Um, when I was given the opportunity to acquire this Asian market back in 2021, we took this over not only for um, the business potential and the value that it brings to the community, because this is very accessible, especially to busy working moms um, just trying to source the last soy sauce that they need for dinner that they're making that night. But also, we took this on with the vision that it will serve the community. It will bring the community together, utilizing the Asian heritage. I mean, I'm going to quote from our recent Miss Universe, Michelle D, that uh, Philippines is home to many of natural resources. But the most precious one, I believe, is us Filipinos. We're very hospitable, friendly, compassionate, and I think the community needs more of us. We need to go out there and share what we do best, and it's going to bring the community together. Share your recipes, share up on my pie, or just the things that we already have at home and we enjoy sharing together. There's more people out there who needs to see that, and that's our goal. And you, as our potential partners in the Philippines, you will allow us to do more of that when you give us the products that we can share within the community. Um, my educational background just is a testament to my big desire to serve the community, and I wish to do that through my proverbial um, David slingshot, this Asian market, conquering um, the societal needs of the community and giving opportunities to my fellow Filipinos like you uh, to bring your businesses and expand your enterprise to the US, especially the Las Vegas market. Do you want to say anything else? So my husband, who is also joining us, he was surprised. He was supposed to be my cameraman, but you know, he's the heart behind all of these, and he's the one who empowers me. And I just want to give him a few minutes to for you guys to get to know what a great man he is.
Marentz, before you speak, this is a great bonus because you know this is another segment altogether. When you're trying to be an entrepreneur, it's always a big plus when both in the relationship are share the same vision. So I want to give you that credit and that accolade to say to you, you're awesome. That you're sort of like the wind, that corny thing but I believe in it. The wind beneath sort of
the wind,
and wings, right? So I'll let you go ahead and say what you want to say, but yeah, tell us a little bit about you, and then also your take on everything that Anne's doing, as well as a couple. What are you trying to achieve with the Orient Pearl?
Oh, thanks. Well, this is kind of a interesting surprise. Generally unplanned that I was able to join in and put a few statements to the crew here, and much appreciated. Oh, well, regarding my background, I'm a director for engineering in an EV charging company. So I manage a group of teams in the US, in the UK, and India. And I've always been a corporate guy for the longest time. And although I have the passion for doing business, and really my passion lies on the fact of excellence, of doing the best you can with what you got, and really inspiring others to be the best of themselves. And just like anybody else, we came from the same roots. And to be able to thrive the things that you do and showcase that is where my passion lies. And that's kind of aligned to the goal and vision of this Orient Pearl store, as it highlights our strengths as Filipinos, as Asians in the midst of this big world, right? In the midst of all the big corporations, we are a small business, however, can make a big difference, in light of things. And as we continue to support each other, and we support you, and you support us, and we will make that happen. I think that's the message generally that resounds to me with regards to supporting the business and making it thrive as we go forward. So kind of
what resonates to me, what you just said, Marentz, was that you're a corporate guy. You technically don't even need to do what you're doing. You seem like you have a very successful career anyway, right? But I think that as a culture, we grew up with me. I'm sure, I know for a fact, I know I'm older than you, and I don't say that to sound anything but because I'm trying to make a reference in my mindset that growing up, you do the corporate thing and all that stuff, but there's a certain thing that we need to sort of listen to or feel that and really try to reflect on that spirit of entrepreneurship, because not only individually for you here, but I think that's also the answer for Philippines, period. That we need to create that from the perspective of how you can create more to elevate the Philippines as a country, right? Because you need to do that, innovate, create more opportunities for different things. So that's why I always think that with what you just said, that's what resonated to me. And you guys both are I've experienced that, and here you are moving in the direction of sort of accommodating that spirit of entrepreneurship with the Orient Pearl. So with that being said, before I go on a break, let's end this segment of it with whatever you guys want to end it with, and then I'll go on a quick break. So is there anything that you want to add on regarding who you guys are and what your journey has been so far.
I'm just so glad that he joined us, because I think I want to end this with the fact that we here in Las Vegas are very optimistic about the partnership, about the venture that we are in, but definitely the partnership that we are having in the future with our Filipino partners, with EMPHORIUM, because Marian's has been a great leader dealing with vendors. He's developed a lot of. He used to be a director for procurement as well in one of these companies, and he did work with a lot of vendors and help them elevate their business and develop their skills in order for them to be more marketable in this space. And I can see a huge potential for us moving forward.
Yes, I
Absolutely.
see the same thing.
So,
Marentz, did you want to add to that before we go to a break?
Sure. I guess to bring it all together, really, we should be inspired, I guess, with the capabilities that we have as Filipinos. We continue to focus and thrive in so many different things. And so the key is to cultivate that culture of support, to cultivate that culture of excellence as we continue to be the best value for the people around us. I think that's the main message. And we're looking forward to see and explore options on what we can work with so that we can ultimately help each other out. Rest assured, be confident that we will thrive. I think that's the best message.
I'm excited because with what Anne and I have talked about before, I feel like this movement of this thing that we're trying to do, it's not a one-man show. It has to be a lot of collaboration. So we're not only reaching the spirit, trying to reach the spirit of entrepreneurship here. We're also hoping that we can create some sort of a model for collaboration for the bigger picture. So with that being said, let me go ahead and go on a 30-second break. But before we do the 30-second break, I want when we come back, let's go ahead and show everybody the work in progress. That's what you said. I don't mean that in a negative way. I know there's still a lot of things that you're trying to do with the store, but at the end of the day, anybody who's watching us now really can see the potential of what your store can bring in terms of giving hope and giving sort of an excitement and motivation for a lot of Philippine manufacturers to see that there is a place excited to promote Philippine-made products. And again, experienced people like yourself in procurement and logistics. You already know all that, or at least understand all of that. So you have the open mindset. So let me go ahead and you guys prepare for this tour that you're going to give me, and then our audience also. And then when we come back, we'll ask everybody else where they're watching from, and then go ahead and talk more about the store and what your plans are. Okay?
Sounds good.
Libre remittance at mataas na exchange rate? With Bayani Pay, mas secure na, mas mura pa. Ang Bayani Pay ay bank-to-bank transfer na walang middleman, kaya mas maaasahan. Sa registration, kailangan lang mag-scan ng ID at mag-selfie para sure na ikaw talaga yan. At pag nag-connect ka na ng bank account, huwag kang mag-alala dahil di namin ini-store ang bank details mo. Sigurado na darating ang remittance mo dahil kumpleto ang information ng iyong recipient. Remit na with Bayani Pay!
And we are back. For those who have never seen me before and you want to know what the heck you're watching, you are watching Live at the Emporium Special Edition. And the name of the show or the title is called A Unique Retail Experience Promoting Philippine-Made Products in Las Vegas, Nevada. I wish I was in Las Vegas, Nevada, because it's an awesome place to be, a lot of potential. I'm not there. I'm in Los Angeles. So right now I am just living vicariously through the eyes or the storyteller of our future collaborator, Orient Pearl Asian Market, the owners, Marentz, and also Clarice Canadillo. This segment, we just finished the other segment. We talked a little bit about who they are. Now we're going to talk about the store itself. Hopefully we get a really good tour of what Orient Pearl Asian Market is currently and what it's going to be. And again, they're currently located in Las Vegas, Nevada. So let me go ahead and bring both of them back, and hopefully they're ready to go ahead and then give us a tour, okay?
Welcome back.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do is hopefully you give us a really cool tour. I will give you the microphone, the camera, and then you just tell us whatever you want to tell us. But in this 15 minutes, please talk about the past, present, and future of the Orient Pearl Asian Market. So take it away. You do whatever you need to do, but I'm going to give you the, like I said, the camera. Okay, Anna?
Surely. Thank you, Sir
Okay.
Ferdy. So to start off, I just want to mention that this store, can you believe it, has been around for almost 18 years. Most of our customers here come in with the memory of them being shopping with their parents when they were in first grade, and now they buy their own groceries. It's been here a long time, and we've served a lot of customers within the community, and we are here for the long haul. We are located right on Rainbow and 215 in Las Vegas, which is the budding second Chinatown of the city. We're probably half a mile away or a quarter of a mile away from Jollibee and many other Asian stores. We have Daiso around. We are in a prime spot for being an Asian store. So let me take you over to our newly renovated area. This is going to be our merchandise store, where we will house our Filipinas, just wearables, Asian merch like stuffed toys or gift items. For those of you who are thinking of products, we have cookbooks. We have children's books that talks about the Asian cuisine. Just different books that talks about the Asian heritage. We have this capiz bowl that we use for our own use here at the market. But we have many customers who are inquiring to buy this. So if you're looking for a product inspiration, I think one of you should manufacture this. This is a capiz bowl, and I know that we have a lot of the raw materials there in the Philippines. So this is our merch area. This is our counter. So the inspiration for this counter would be an art wall. It will have a combination of many different art, from Vietnamese art, Philippine art, etc. Just so when the customers are checking out, they'll be more inspired, more curious to come back for more and learn about our culture. Because one of the things that we are hoping to accomplish is to spread our culture not only within the Asian community, but bring more awareness to our Western and other ethnicity neighbors. Moving on would be our infamous self-care products. We have our produce that we are still slowly building back up. We have our noodle section. Over here, we have a long range of varying noodles. Can you believe it? Just a rice vermicelli has like 10 different variants. But so our store is not only a Filipino store, but it's an Oriental store, and it houses goods such as Korean, Vietnamese, Lao, Japanese, definitely Filipino, other Hawaiian items, Chinese, and so do have a lot of variety. This is our sauces aisle as well. Can you believe how many soy sauce variations there are? I know one of you will come up with more. At the back will be our, around here is the frozen section aisle, and towards the very back is the rice aisle. Over here is our project in progress, which will house the kitchen for our future endeavor for hot foods, ready to eat items. So if you're in Las Vegas, come check us out very soon. We'll be having more offerings to you. This is the snack aisle and the condiment aisle all the way down. We have the famous Mamacita Sinigang mix. But did you know that some of our Asian cousins are using tamarind as liquid? And it's actually really good. Did you know that we use this in pad thai? But I've heard from Emporium that we already have but one here available in the US. So to my husband, my proud Ilonggo husband, he's very happy that I'll be able to make authentic KBL for him very soon. And so will you be able to if you are here in Las Vegas and you're in Ilonggo. This famous wooden wall right here is temporarily housing our house care items, but this will be the home for showcasing Emporium products. So we are looking forward to have your products here at our wall, showcasing your ingenuity and sharing it with the world. If you are in Las Vegas, come check us out, get to know new friends, and just hang out with us.
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, Anne?
Yes.
Okay, great. We showed two people already made a comment. I'm going to show you one of the comments, right? Let me go ahead and show this. This lady, we definitely need to speak to her because her product is amazing. So she's at a different level of getting the products out here. It's already in the Emporium, but it's Philippine cinnamon cocoa sugar, and it's in November. I love her because she's also very, very smart, and she knows what she wants to do with this product. And it's not about just selling the product, but also she's supporting a really great cause in the Philippines and taking care of a lot of the farmers and trying to create livelihood. So she made this comment to you. She says, "Hi, Ms. Canadillo, this is November. Organic plant spill. Our Philippine cinnamon cocoa sugar is now with Emporium, but you have to discuss that with you." So these are the type of things that we're trying to cultivate in the Philippines, because I want them to see that, hey, Emporium and its network of people like Orient Pearl is trying to create sort of this roadway or this infrastructure that we can continue to do that. And that's why I'm excited, because you have this amazing store already and people are noticing it. And there's some people who commented. He didn't feel like commenting on the show, but it's a brand called Saint C. Calamansi extract, cocomansi. It's a great condiment. He was asking on Viber. I'm watching you guys, and she said, "Yeah, it looks like she has a great store." And this is exactly what these brands in the Philippines need, is somewhere like yours. Emporium is great, okay, because we're more like we're introducing it. It's a showroom, but yours is an actual store. You deal with people all day long. And that's what I'm excited about. So what else are you What else do you have plans for? A lot of people don't realize that outside you have plenty of parking. You have a lot of great other companies that you could go to, because Orient Pearl can also be a wholesale type of a company. Like we discussed before. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is the outside. We're just showing you what the complex looks like. It's a very thriving community where there's quite a bit of traffic and foot traffic and all sorts of Asian booming activities that Clarice mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and she actually
that I appreciate the social impact that was it Saint C or Plainsville that's doing, contributing or giving back to our community, because that's also one of the things that are very important to us. We do support a missions organization there in Bacolod. Our family has an orphanage there in Bacolod as well, and um, we just really we believe in the power of helping each other. So going back to topic, the next venture, the other ventures that we are putting in the store is an apparel line, because as we know, a lot of our Asian friends and family are in the healthcare field. So we have an apparel line that will be is it healthcare worker uniforms and other workwear within the industry. So coming up very soon.
I think if the people watching now, or this is being recorded also, I'll go ahead and edit it and show it. There'll be I'm so excited. I'm giddy, okay? Because I want the Philippine manufacturers, to anybody who's watching this, they're probably going to flood you with calls, and hopefully I can direct the traffic to you as opposed to them going to you, because at the end of the day, you guys have a lot on your plate, and that's part of our collaboration, is to create sort of this connection where we manage potential inquiries into having them in your store. But at the end of the day, my excitement also lies in the fact that, now there is a place in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then our next segment, by the way, now that you've shown the potential of your store and what it can do, our next segment talks a little bit about Las Vegas as a huge market opportunity for Philippine-made products. And we're going to get a little bit of an assistance from somebody who is very active in the community. She has her own business, thriving business in graphic design. She'll be joined by her husband, after we take this break. But just like the last segment, I want to go ahead and have you leave the segment with something about the store and what do you hope to accomplish now that we know about the past, present, and the future of Orient Pearl Asian Market. So go ahead and take away, and you can sign us off, and then I'll go into a break.
I just want to end with the fact that there's a lot of opportunity. Be optimistic and be very creative, and just trust in yourself, and trust that there's an endless resource. If you are at a standstill thinking of what to do next, there's always a great resource for wisdom, for connections, and for help and opportunities for those of you who are entering the business, entering the market. And as a segue to our next segment, which is why Las Vegas, according to my research, Las Vegas brought in 38.8 million visitors just in 2022. The revenue was 8.28 billion, and it's 88,000 people per day visiting Las Vegas. It's home to 646,000 and more people, and 90,000 of them are Filipinos. So that's just Las Vegas. There's a huge opportunity for you.
That definitely is an opportunity. So I can't wait to have that discussion. And we'll be joined by Olive Enriquez and Joel Enriquez of Luna Design, and also members of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Nevada. So with that being said, don't go away, okay? This should be an interesting, for especially those for Philippine manufacturers, to stick around and find out why Vegas will be an amazing place. And for whatever reason, the reason why I'm excited too is because I know even the Filipino Americans here, they just love going to Vegas. So I can imagine the friends and families here talking about Vegas all the time. So a lot of people in the Philippines definitely knows what Las Vegas is all about. So let's discuss that on the next segment. Let me go ahead and take a quick break.
Born from our humble home and our desire to share true natural freshness with you, Lemoncito Concentrate with honey is the best there is. Rich in vitamin C, Lemoncito reinvents your mom's favorite tonic for a cold or sore throat into a delicious and nutritious drink. No additives, no artificial flavors, no preservatives, 100% natural. Lemoncito, deliciously nutritious.
Hi guys, we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of reintroduce this third segment. This third segment, we're gonna talk about Las Vegas as a growing market, huge opportunity for Philippine-made products and services and investments. And for those who have just tuned in, you are watching Live at the Emporium. My name is Ferdinand, your host for the special edition of Live at the Emporium. And the title of the segment that you're watching is called A Unique Retail Experience Promoting Philippine-Made Products in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so that's where the collaborators, Emporium, they're located in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've been talking to Marens and Anne Clarice Ganadillo. And now we're going to go into our third segment where we get to be joined by an active business, Philam business community member of an organization called the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Nevada. But let me go ahead and bring back Anne and Marens onto the fold, and then we get to introduce Joel and Olive Enriquez of Luna Design. Hey guys, so welcome back again. Thank you for again staying with us. So now we get to talk about how amazing Las Vegas is. We already talked about how amazing you guys are. We already talked about how amazing your store is. Now we get to talk about how amazing, and I just love using the word amazing because it is amazing, Las Vegas is for this opportunity. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. So let me go ahead and introduce. Did you guys want to say something before we introduce Olive and Joel?
Good, excited and looking forward to it.
Yeah, these two, this couple also is amazing. It kind of reminds me of you guys because that's where their heart is also. So I think you guys meeting will be definitely, like my favorite word, amazing. So let me go ahead and introduce Olive and Joel Enriquez of Luna Design International, as well as Filipino American Chamber of Commerce, Greater Nevada. Hi, Olive.
Hi. Hello, Anne. Hi, Morans. I'm excited to meet you in person because I know that you're just a drive away.
Yes.
Your presentation, I just wish that I didn't have to, go to another event after this. But I was listening intently at what you were, at your presentation. Our chamber would like to collaborate with you because, we're always on the lookout for, enthusiastic people are willing to do their big part for promoting Philippine products. As you may know, my background is I'm a graphic designer, but I specialize in branding and package design. And I co-own Luna Design with my husband, Joel, who's right here with me. We've tackled a lot of major projects in the Philippines that are actually big export brands right now. For example, clients like Mamacita, Marigold Commodities. And I was looking at your star and said, "Oh, I designed that so many years back." It's
wow.
Me going back. I designed this when I was probably 20 years old, and we're talking about 40 years, right? You're still using it.
Yep.
Anyway, one of the particular things that we have been constantly pushing for, and I've always made the pitch for Philippine products in let's say the Las Vegas market. There's so much potential here, so much excitement. As you know, Las Vegas is actually, in spite of the pandemic, as a thriving economy, emerging sports city. A lot of people are moving here. There's, I think as of latest count, we have formally 160,000 Filipinos here now.
Oh, wow.
And we're the fastest growing demographic among Asian American communities. In our work in the chamber, we are called the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Nevada, but because there are other 4 chambers here, we actually branded ourselves the Creative Chamber. Why so? Because we wanted a different twist to how we do things for our members. We wanted to initiate a lot of creative activities, putting more enthusiasm and interest in how a chamber works and how it's able to recruit members and we also put emphasis on the way we do our events. So when I was told by Bong that this is going to be an opportunity to be able to probably in the future talking about event, a chamber event that will, that we can probably co-host with you. Or
Yep.
I hope I'm not jumping the gun too soon,
No,
but I'm
we're
excited to be able to have an event that showcases Philippine products among that, and then get more people to know about your store and create opportunities for um, you know, to introduce you to more vendors and suppliers. Because in reality, I want to introduce to you my husband, Joel. He's the president of the chambers right here with me, and he used to be merchandise consultant of Sitem for many years back in Manila Fame, developing and designing products for exporters. So
Wow.
that's his background.
Like,
Hi everyone. I guess this is the fate of husbands that they come in a little bit late during the show and they're introduced. But what a great honor, what a great opportunity to join you guys this afternoon. My name is Joel Enriquez. I'm the president of Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Nevada, as my wife says. She is the creative director. You are welcome to take a look at our website at atcgn.org. And most of all, we would like to invite you if you would care to be a member of the chamber.
You should. You should.
Yep.
Absolutely.
At the moment, we are the fastest growing chamber here in Nevada. By the end of this year, we are targeting to have at least 100 members. We have more or less half that figure at this time. One of the reasons why we are excited to go and to meet other film entrepreneurs is that come October, we are going to be organizing the biggest Filipino-American trade show
wow.
with,
Yes.
at the Orleans. This
Wow.
is organized by a company called EQ, and we are collaborating with one other Filipino-American chamber, and together with an organization that is also organizing the first short film festival here in Vegas, Filipino Short Film Festival here in Vegas. So aggregation of
Amazing.
cultural, economic, and the gala activities in one day. This is going to happen on October 28th. We would be very excited if you can be part of that. Knowing your
Definitely.
interest in Filipino products, we will tell you more about it as things develop. Right now,
Yeah.
Olive is developing the event identity, and we're trying to get as much people interested in it as possible.
Awesome. Very exciting. Looking
You know,
forward to it.
one of the things that when we were very active with the chamber. In fact, for the last 12 years, I think I'm the longest serving officer of the chamber, because I've moved from positions, communications, creative director, but mostly because we baptized ourselves a creative chamber. I appointed myself a creative director because, a creative organization should have a creative director, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I'm, so many things rolled into one. But my first love, my two first loves, besides my husband, is design and cooking. So in anything Filipino, because I also, if you see my Facebook post, I talk about food, I talk about, design. Even when it's about a mood, a particular mood,
Oh,
a particular annoyance, it's got to be, like I will have to talk about food because that's my go-to. So actually, I'm always excited about, no matter what, the buffets in Las Vegas, I will always go back to my tuyo and daing and tinapa and all that. Right?
Yeah.
So that's
I'm-
one of the things that actually interests me about your show is you're not just intending to be a food store, right? You're going to be a Filipino design space. For me, that's how I will define it.
Yes. So
Because
retail,
I
merchandising.
in our chamber we have the creative people, the creative group of paint artists, illustrators, chefs that are actually, wanting to have a space for them to showcase their talent. In fact, in one of the events that we had a launch of an album of a singer, songwriter, in an art gallery. So,
And Asian in general. Yep.
yeah.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
I can already tell there's a lot of things that we'll be talking about once we meet
Yeah.
each other. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that we will be doing together. And I'm
Oh,
so
I'm
looking forward
excited.
to it.
I'm excited.
You guys, I mean, the reason why that's why I was excited to be able to introduce Joel and Ala to you both, and Lorenz, is because exactly just like what they described, the way they just described about their involvement in the community and the spirit of what they have, I think that would definitely elevate a lot of what you and I have discussed and how we want to grow your store along with the curation of Emporium in the store. So that's why moving forward, I think this is going to be a great network for you guys to be able to share. And then I also want to thank Joel and Olive for being able to be in the show, because at the end of the day, they're very well known in the Filipino community. They strive to create more awareness, and as you just heard, they're creating a new show or a new collaboration with other chambers, and that's what they do. And I thought that connecting you guys live would be an amazing thing to do. So thank you, Joel, and thank you, Olive, for doing that. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to do that. So before we go on the next break, Joel and Olive, before you guys leave us, is there anything that you guys want to leave us as far as message or something inspiring and all of that?
Well, for the last many years would mean I would probably talk about 40 years. I haven't quit doing my job, doing design. I thought that, when I walk into the supermarket, because I do this every day on a daily basis. I design packaging for so many brands. I thought I'd never be able to grow beyond, I was doing Nata de Coco, Balgong, all that. And now I'm doing products that end up in Whole Foods. I would walk in Walmart, and sometimes because my days, like, I see all of these products, I say, I don't want to see it anymore. But in the morning, I wake up and I'm there again with, doing these things. So it's what drives me is because I just love doing it. And anything that is
in her design, guys, you can see that her work. You go to her Facebook page, you see how amazing it is. And it's not just Filipino stuff that she's done. I mean, she's done other brands. I mean, she's so diverse. Joel and her are, like you guys remember, we were talking about very supportive, marriages. A couple of these two are, and they've done a lot of that. So I would suggest you guys look at their Facebook page also, check it out, so you can get an idea. And I'm sure there's going to be sort of a direct collaboration as far as maybe other brands that you guys want to bring in and things of that nature, because you do have that platform. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go on a quick break. Guys, and stick around, and Joel and Olive, thank you for again joining us, and then maybe on another show I can get you guys back on and talk about, because we're going to do a lot more of the promotion of it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Paul. And
You're welcome.
We'll see each other.
You guys are right there. Come on.
Okay.
So all right, guys.
Thank you.
You know what? I want to say something off continue with what you were saying about Las Vegas, because we sort of ran out of time there. But the thing that I want to emphasize, and the reason why I like to think that Marent and Ann are sitting on a gold mine, so to speak, as far as Philippine-made products, because 10 things about why Vegas is an amazing market, right? The first one, it's got a thriving tourism industry. It's got a diverse and cosmopolitan population, increasing Filipino community. That's what they just mentioned to you. Favorable economic conditions. Everybody's out. You should see Vegas. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but everybody just wants to go out, and Vegas is busy. Trade and cultural exchanges, rising demand for authentic and artisanal goods, social media and influencer marketing, support for sustainable and ethical products, unique cultural offerings. That's what they have. And lastly, just like what I've shown you, for those in Philippine manufacturers, there's a certain collaborative business environment that Vegas is definitely being known for. So those 10 things that I just mentioned
Very well
to you
said.
makes it interesting. So do you guys have anything to add on to that, or maybe comment regarding that aspect of what I just said, why Vegas is amazing?
Yeah, and the one thing that really stands out, because we about 10 years or so ago, I lived in California. We tried starting businesses there. Vegas is a very, very good place to start businesses for regards to taxation and support for infrastructure for businesses. It's a lot more what do you call that? Business owner friendly is what I'm saying. So a lot that brings in a lot more market. That brings in a lot more businesses in the area that would continue to fuel that mechanism for progress when it comes to growing businesses in here as well.
That's why I got a smile on my face. And you want to add to Marentz about that, or do you want me to go to the next segment already?
Let's move on to the next segment. I think I know.
All right, let me go ahead and go into the next segment. But before we go there, let's go ahead and take a quick break. What you've just seen is another brand of what we're trying to add on to Emporium. It's called Terra Philippines, and I find that I'm discovering all these amazing brands in the Philippines right now. Now I can tell them, hey, you've got another place where you can go and showcase your products. And now I would like to welcome everybody back and say, hey, this is Ferdinand Soriano. Hey, this is Ferdinand Soriano. I am the co-founder of Emporium, and you're watching Live at the Emporium Special Edition. You're watching our segment called A Unique Retail Experience Promoting Philippine-made products in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm today joined by the owner of Orient Pearl Asian Market, I should say owners, Marentz and also Ann Ganadillo. And so far we talked about how amazing they are, how amazing their store is, how amazing Las Vegas is. And we were just joined by Joel Enriquez and Olive Enriquez of Luna Design International. I can see both of these couples kind of getting together and talking about more about their respective markets in Las Vegas. So we already told you about Las Vegas. So now let's talk about the collaboration, why we brought this show to you. So we're going to do the remainder of the show talking about the collaboration between Emporium and Orient Pearl Asian Market. And by the way, if you're watching this, please go ahead and make a comment. Welcome that. Tell us where you're watching this from, whether you're in the Philippines or in the U.S. So let me go ahead and bring back Ann and Marentz Ganadillo. Hey guys, we are in the home stretch, so to speak, right? We're in the home stretch. And we're now going to talk for the rest of the show, the collaboration between Emporium and also the Orient Pearl Asian Market. I mentioned earlier to you, I want to talk more about, I think, what we will bring as a team, or as, because like Olive and Joel, there's a lot of other people that I want to bring into this ecosystem. I'm trying to make it nationwide. So at the end of the day, Emporium can be a catalyst for all the different collaborations, and you are definitely a big part of that. So with that being said, in your eyes, and in your, I want you to express yourself as far as how do you think Philippine manufacturers will now benefit from this collaboration? Because I know what it is, but let the audience know what you're thinking.
Sure. Yes, definitely. So I envisioned this without understanding the whole mechanics of how we're gonna continue to do that, but we will uncover that as we explore options and how to really showcase Filipino products. So with what Clarice mentioned and Clarice mentioned that we are a mechanism for you guys to be able to do business and showcase your products here in Las Vegas, right? So we can assist not just in store, but also in social media and as well as direct communications with other businesses here. But it will be primarily a face for you guys, so you have a venue to show your products and get that connection in place. If there's more deals that comes up based on that exposure, where they can come directly to you and do mass volume, all more power to those as well, right? So that's our opportunity. Those are the opportunities we have in place, because we have a lot of foot traffic now. With the help of Emporium, we have more collaboration with even the local folks around that has a lot of influence in the socio-economic market, and that would enable us to further, not just, I am a firm believer where you help others, it naturally helps you anyway. So
yes, I love that. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping that God will bless us because of what we're trying to do, which is to be collaborative. Because the other thing, I have to confess something to you, okay? When I'm purposely trying to collaborate and really want to reach out to all the people that have the capacity to be able to elevate the brand, I am really trying to fight that mentality of what, we've been known for. I mean, I think it's not just in the Filipino community, but, as they say, the crab mentality, where people try to uplift, try to sort of suppress the other. I hate that with so much passion that I will publicly say that to everyone. And I'm doing it. I'm purposely saying it because I feel like that's going to be a lot the downfalls of past projects. I think with this thing that we're doing with creating a sort of an infrastructure and ecosystem, I want to show the world that it can be done. We can collaborate, because I will be the first one to tell you this task is huge. For me to say to you that Emporium will do everything, no, I can't. You can't. I can't do that. Not only financially, but human resource wise and creativity wise. There's a lot of things that can be contributed to the cause, and everyone make money at the same time. And I know I'll nip that in the bud, or I'll address that elephant in the room. There's so much opportunity. So that's why I wanted you to, tell me a little bit more about that, and what do you think about that?
Yes, absolutely. Very well said when it comes to that. And you see other cultures thrive, the Chinese, because they have a lot less of that. Not you mentioned that it's existing everywhere. Sometimes it's more prevalent in different cultures. And I'm a proponent of like you, of really, taking that or minimizing that to however minimum we can, to be able to promote each other, because we have the volume, we have the number of people, we have strong work ethics that can be crippled by that type of mentality. So with that said, we should consider the good of all, because we will thrive. We will thrive together if we continue to reinforce that, that mindset.
Yeah.
Because the market itself is so huge in Vegas, right?
It is.
And then you're drilling down to the type of products, and then drilling down to the type of service that you can provide, and then drilling down onto the quality of the product. And that's why I said to you, I think with Emporium in the get-go, when I first talked to Ann about it, I was just trying to put Emporium not to be the center of attention, but I would just love it, Emporium, if I can be known, or Emporium can be known as sort of a glue or a catalyst, because at the end of the day, there also needs to be some sort of a glue or iconic entity that will manage all of these things. And not to say that they're the star again, I'm just saying that there needs to be that. And so that the Philippine manufacturers can count on how to bring the products in, source the products, sell the products, and make the products compliant.
Yeah, and to what you've mentioned, it's going to be an effort. It's going to be all of our efforts to be able to create that ecosystem, to create that infrastructure. And in some of them, it's going to be a case-to-case basis, depending on how big the product is and how small it is, how import and export laws are going to be, and how to transcend and kind of push through that. But by working together is the only way to establish that in the first place, and then the next step is to thrive at it, right? So that's
yeah. I mean, you guys are sourcing and procurement. I get asked all the time, how do you? I want you to sell my arts and crafts. I want you to sell my clothing. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I have few people work with me. My resources are a certain way, but for me to collaborate, I feel like I've expanded my reach, and there are people that are better at selling maybe furniture, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I want to be able to do that, sort of like be a funnel to that, and then the way I'm seeing Orient Pearl Asian Market is one, you do have that capacity to sell the products, logistically do it even as a wholesale level, and then make the place sort of an iconic place in Vegas for Philippine-made products.
Absolutely. That's the vision right now. It's going to be a go-to place where people are going to talk about where they found really unique Filipino products, novelty items that will be part of their mainstream life in general, and will continue to transcend and grow across the board, as not just as the Filipino culture or the Asian culture really thrives and grows in America. There's a revolution going on as well, where the Asian and Filipino culture is getting adapted more and more. Other cultures are learning to cook adobo, are learning to cook pancit, and all that, and that brings the family and the thing together, and in exploring new options. That's all we're here for.
Well, if you look at celebrities, you look at sports figures, you look at politicians, you look at movies, and I'm going to bring out the obvious here. I don't know if you already saw that, but the first Filipino American character named TJ in Sesame Street. I don't know how much more, right? How much more mainstream can you be if you're on, Sesame Street?
I think the world is recognizing the need for what we can bring to the table. Like I said, our hospitality, our innate gift to bring people together, our compassion, that really changes families, changes relationships, and ultimately it betters a person, it betters the community. And there's a huge need for getting together, because guess what we just got over? Isolation. So there's a huge need for people coming together, enjoying different products, sharing with each other, gifting, furnitures, there's a lot. So I just want to emphasize what you mentioned earlier, that the crab mentality is really perpetuated by the fear of there's not enough, there's not, maybe if they have an opportunity for this, maybe the opportunity is taken from me. I wanted to do that too, but there's a huge market. And I believe that we were placed in this position, having had the background that we had in various divisions of the hospitality and just the industry here in Las Vegas in general, being the food and beverage, facilities, housekeeping, advertising, interior design, gaming. I believe that we can help open a lot of doors.
You have the capacity for that. That's why I told you, in terms of the supply chain, it's one component to sell. Like you guys, you have knowledge of potential buyers, because obviously you work for a few yourself, and I don't know about Marissa what he worked for, but you said on your LinkedIn that you work for as a procurement or strategic sourcing, right? So to me, those are all key components to a successful supply chain. And Emporium, I'd like to think we're all about compliance, we're all about shipping, and we're about sourcing, but you guys can do the same, right? I know that you can, and I tell that to everybody. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm saying it's such a big chain that you don't need to feel like you're competing, because one cannot completely be good at one. I'd rather stick to sort of what I do best and do that, and then share the wealth, so to speak. That's what I feel like these collaborations could amount to, right? That's what I think.
And it will just help each other out. We will learn from each other. We will and it would be invaluable if we do that. Rather, so it's that mentality that we said. It's that scarcity mentality, or the mentality of abundance, which is really what we should be.
Cultivate,
yes.
foster.
Yes, and with the right mindset, you guys are doing that. But before we go end the show, I want to address some of the people that made comment. I didn't want to not say. I want to go back to the first one, Plantsville Health. She's the lady, very the same mindset. Okay, we're working with her now to finish up her US FDA, so she can get her Philippine coconut shimmin cocoa sugar. That product is amazing, because it's not only, as you know, cocoa sugar is great, but it's the uniqueness of the cinnamon. because it's Philippine cinnamon. There's a different variety of it. It's more potent. I like to say that, and there's a lot of benefits to that for especially like me. We're getting old. Cinnamon is always good for like
Blood
antioxidant.
sugar.
Yeah, exactly. The cocoa sugar, right? So that's amazing. That should be sold to a lot of coffee shops. And then the other one that I want to talk to you guys about is these are all clients of ours already who wants to come here. This is Saint C. Condiments, they should be in the casinos. His product is premier. Look them up. It's a premier condiment of calamansi and also cocoa aminos. She has a product called Cocoa Mansi that talks about, or that it can substitute, or even better than soy sauce. And all of his products are amazing. His name is Alan Tuazon. He's on there now. He made the comment. Okay. And then the last one is a gentleman. They never get to say who it is, but it's from a company called Venture Coffee Company. Hello from Denver. Okay. Now, you guys can be. I've seen when I visit your place, there's a lot of coffee shops there. We can actually promote Morocco coffee. The Consul General he's on board with helping create one coffee shop a month that could be stamped with approval that they're serving amazing Philippine Morocco. So that's why you guys can wholesale that. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Yeah. We are open. Very, very, very promising products that I could sell without delving to the details as of yet. But let's connect. Let's talk about it and see what we can do with how we can get that rolling.
Okay, now with everything, let me go ahead and we passed the 7 o'clock mark because you guys are just amazing, very full. You guys have full of information, full of understanding of what the market is about, and I just love talking to you guys. We can do another hour, but everybody's got a short attention span, so I'm going to cut it right there. But I always like leaving the show with having the guests leave us with something thought-provoking and maybe even motivating. So let me sort of set that up for you to say what you have to say to end our show, right? First, we talked about you guys. Again, for those watching, we talked about how amazing you guys are and what drives you to a certain degree, right? What the plans and future for Orient Pearl Asian Market, we talked about that. So if you want to watch the show, we talked about the Las Vegas market. And lastly, we talked about Emporium and Orient Pearl. What's the value of our collaboration? So I'll let you end it with however you want to end it for your segment. But again, before I get you guys to end the show, thank you so much for being here. And I'm looking forward to having a more steady conversation and how we can grow Emporium as far as the curation in your store and more of these type of events. Maybe the next one we'll do is we'll do a live selling where people can actually go there and go buy the products, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so go ahead, and the camera and microphone is yours, and then I'll just exit you guys out, and then I'll make my last comment to the audience.
Okay, I just want to thank you again for giving us the opportunity to present ourselves and get to know you. I want to leave you with the thought to always go back to your why, get to know the reason why you're doing the things that you're doing. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy feat. There's definitely there are hurdles along the way, but if you stay true to your why, you will always find a way to overcome those obstacles, and God will never run out of ways to help you and lead you to victory, to fulfill the things that are in your heart. So get to know why, and success is inevitable because you'll always find a way to make things successful.
Yep. And to add to that, we've touched on a few things, and I want to end and bring it all together with the thought of one thought that I mentioned and we talked about it long is finding ways to help others and growing beyond yourself. I think at the end of the day, ultimately just brings blessings at the end and success. So
that's why I love you guys. You have that mindset.
Absolutely, and if you have that in mind, you can transcend obstacles in front of you because you have a bigger mission outside of just yourself. And to what Bong said, let's move forward with the mentality of abundance. There's so much that we could achieve as we continue to cooperate and collaborate and work together. And that's, I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of the show, and not just that, but to connect with a few of you guys that have already expressed interest. And then
Marenz and Anne, you are part of this ecosystem that I hope to grow or at least organize, because the next one that we're probably going to try to do, there's one who's interested in Florida to want to do the same thing, but they just love it. So I'm hoping to discover more people in different states to want to do that, because at the end of the day, you create this thing and then people can get their products there cost effectively without having to worry about whether Costco. I mean, let's be honest. What Philippine manufacturer wouldn't want somebody from Costco to buy their products? But there are also some realities to that which I've discussed in past shows. But I feel like what we're trying to build here is more sustainable and more cost effective at the end of the day. So that's why thank you so much for not only being my show, but for you guys to just get to that point of being a part of that future chain of ways to promote Philippine products. So thank you again. I hope you guys have a good night, and obviously we're going to be doing one. So start preparing for a live selling segment where we don't have to talk about all the stuff that we talk about. We can just write that down to talk about the products so they can start going to your store.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. We are at the end of the show. It's more than past the end of the show. But again, I want to thank all of you for watching it. So hopefully what you just saw and what you just heard is an encouragement if you're a Philippine manufacturer. Okay, if you're a Philippine manufacturer, hopefully you're excited. Please call me. Please call the Emporium team. Tell them that you're interested in putting your products in Las Vegas also. We have one in LA. We have one hopefully soon in Florida. So we continue to build this thing, and hopefully this is our way of trying to contribute to the elevation of Philippine brands in the mainstream U.S. market, not just for the Filipino community. I love the Filipino community because I'm Filipino, of course, right? But if it's good product, it goes beyond that. Like our guests earlier, also Joel and Olive, they think they're Filipino, but the way they create things, obviously, it's not just for Filipinos. They're diverse, and that's what makes them a great company to have where they get to work with different brands, not just Filipino brands. Bye, everybody. I just want to say thank you again. I want to say goodbye, and to all those people that have been watching, take care. And our next show is going to be for next week. It's going to be about an event that we're planning to go in. If you're a Philippine manufacturer, you want to go to this trade show event that's being put together in July. So I'm telling you now that if you're interested in that, let me know. And again, thank you so much, and have a good rest of the week.